So I was talking about this yesterday on another meeting. I feel like when we launched Pico, a lot of our users were confused. They were like, oh my God, is this some kind of project where there's a utility behind it, like Solana, like Ethereum or Avalanche or whatever? I think still a fair number of users usually ask me like, oh, when is the token expected to do this? Or when is the token expected to do this? What is the roadmap? And again, I want to mention this because even though I'll already do a bit about this, whatever you say, whatever I say is not financial advice. We're not telling you to buy anything or do anything. Do your own research. So who do you think index tokens are for, or who do you think Pico is for, or why should people be doing their own research to decide whether or not to get into this index token?
Mhm. Yeah. So index tokens are for people looking for kind of exposure to an industry, but not necessarily wanting to keep up to date every single day on what is going on in the industry. I think that's one of the hardest parts of participating in crypto, especially as a newcomer, is like the overwhelming amount of information and the just like wild number of tokens, and just like understanding what an ecosystem is in general, and like a chain and Ethereum versus Polygon versus Solana, which all of that is so confusing. And for someone who might hear about Polygon as a cheaper alternative to Ethereum, but not really knowing where to start, Pico is a great product for that because this rebalances on a monthly basis. So making sure that you're always exposed to the top tokens in the ecosystem, rebalances as well on a monthly basis in the middle of the month. So it's like making sure that you are getting exposure to those top tokens without you needing to pay attention to that and like keep up to date with all that information. But it also is still a great way to learn and pay attention to. I think any newcomer who is looking to understand the Polygon ecosystem, I think a great place to look is our Pico token and look at the constituents and look into all of those projects, because all of those projects individually are some of the like biggest draws of attention to Polygon and what are really getting people to migrate from Ethereum to Polygon. So I think for people coming in, that's a great place to learn, but then also it's a great token to hold so you can like keep that exposure to the new things. I know we also have plans of expanding it. Right now it's 50% Matic and the other 50% is allocated across our 5 other tokens. But eventually, as Polygon grows and there's more and more tokens that meet our inclusion criteria, eventually we do want to reduce that from 50% to 33% Matic. And at that point, like getting broader exposure to the ecosystem. So I think, I know I went a bunch of places there, but essentially like the target Pico holder is someone on Polygon who doesn't want to be just like keeping up to date on all the hottest projects, or someone on Ethereum who doesn't want to bridge their tokens over, but still wants exposure to Polygon, because we're going to be managing that on the back end. You'll still be able to get all the benefits of the rebalancing without even taking your funds off of Ethereum.